Well, today we're going to take the boat out and just spend a few hours on the lake because here in Colorado we're approaching end of season for boating. I mean, last year we were out on the lake till end of September, but this year's been a little different. We don't know what's going to happen, so the daughter wants to get up on the surfboard, and last time we were out she finally was able to get up all by herself and crushed it. So we want her to get out there again because we really don't know how many more times we're going to be able to get out. So figured we'd take you guys along with, and right now I'm just in the truck getting ready to hitch up the boat and kind of go over a few things with you. Those of you that are looking at Yamaha boats, I wanted to cover, a few things. I know they just released their 2027 lineup, and they've got a 205 instead of a 195, so pretty interesting. So maybe we'll chat about that, but yeah, figured I'd kind of walk you through some of this stuff and just bring you along. So here we go. Normally when I'm hooking up the boat, I usually have my wife out here kind of guiding me a little bit, but she is busy doing other things. But it's half the time when she's helping me I can't see her anyway, but she's gotten so much better with placing herself to where I can see her in the mirrors. But having that helps, but still it's nice to have somebody else back there. Might have went too fast on that one. Yeah, I'll go forward a little bit. Where we have it parked on the street, it's at an angle and it always confuses me sometimes, but there we go. And then I was gonna see, hold it there. And I have everything all locked up. Yeah, I did an install video on this thing. Oh, there's no shoes. On this. Now the comments saying it was the worst install video he's ever seen. And I get it. I'm new at this stuff. I'm no YouTube expert or video editing expert, so oh well. So we have this arc jack, and these are magnetic, but they fall off like crazy. So if you end up upgrading, which you should, if you have a Yamaha boat, you should always upgrade this because the one that comes stock is complete garbage. But it fell off on us one of the first times that we had it on there, and it was not fun. Let's see here. Do this with one hand. Okay. So just need to go back. And then we have that lock on there as well, which I'll take off in a minute. And it looks like we're pretty close, but what I'm going to do first is give this thing a little bit of room to jiggle or to move, if you will. Yeah, I don't want to. far. I'm going to go forward just a pinch. So I went forward just a pinch. Should be good. All I did was remove my emergency brake. And it might just be enough. Or not. Sometimes we get her to go, but there we go. Sometimes it's all you need. A little pinch. Just a little. And so, now we got these guys. And then we got pin. So, these Shorelander trailers are complete garbage. Then pull that, pull this, then I have to air up the shocker hitch and then air up the airbags. So I first air up the airbags, and usually I might go at about 40 to 50. I'm gonna go 45 today, and so that's gonna raise that up. Then next, I air up the shocker hitch. Hard to do this with one hand. So the shocker hitch has this little air spot here, and then you'll air it up to where this pressures in together. Means I got a leak right there. And good, right there. So these hitches are like, I want to say they're like almost $1,000. They're expensive, man. But you can definitely tell the quality of ride. We pulled the boat without it, and then we pulled it with it. Pretty big difference. So we'll put this guy away. Yeah, so in the summertime we use this little pump all the time. Eventually going to get onboard air, do an ARB just like we have in the Jeep, but for now this works great. Okay, next up is pulling the handle off, so we don't want to lose that. And then the arch. And this goes in its little spot. Alright, next up I gotta take the cover off. And so those of you that are getting a Yamaha boat, there's a few things. The cover it comes with, the ships with, is crap. You definitely want to spend $1,000 and get the nice Yamaha cover. But I am going to tell you, we've had this boat going on almost 5 years, and we've replaced, this is our second cover, and we already need another one. So they're good, but they're not that high quality, which really sucks. So you can see on some of the seams right here and where the pulls are busting through. So quality is not that great. And then on the sides, on both sides, you got these ratchet straps. I've seen people tighten them both down, but you don't need to. All you need to do is do one side, and that's it. So then you only have to worry about tightening one side. Because when you're trying to tighten down both sides, you end up forgetting one. Next thing you know, the thing's flapping in the wind, and you've got a bunch of scratches everywhere. So on ours, you're going to notice we have the thrust vectors, and then we also have, I forgot what this is called, this little piece here did not come stock with this boat or this. It's supposed to help you corner and, or maneuver, I should say, turn better. We don't know. Only because boy, I need to tighten that up. I'm glad I saw that. But I don't know, because we've never drove it without this, because when we bought it, we just had them put them all on. But we did go out with our buddy who has a 2025 255 or a 2026. I'm pretty sure it's 25, and they don't have any of this, and that boat maneuvers like freaking crazy. So I don't know, but I am gonna go get an Allen and see if I can fix that. Let's see. I'm glad I saw that, because you just never know. Our first time out with the boat, actually our second time out with the boat, the steering cable on it snapped, and we didn't know, but while we were doing it, we were noticing the steering was like all cockeyed, and of course that same time weather came in, and it was windy, trying to head in, and the docks were crazy busy, and we ended up hitting the dock, putting a pretty good gouge in, and we're like, the wife and I were like, we're trying to turn, but it won't turn. It was so strange. And so once I pulled out, and we pulled the boat out, I saw the steering cable busted, and it turns out that was a popular problem, I guess, with the 23s, 222s. So yeah, pretty interesting. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, I can't tighten this. I mean, they're on there, but it just spins. So I'm gonna have to get some vice grips or something. But we'll get this cover off. Kind of share with you how we do that. Kind of fold it in like so. And then on the sides, I have these little buckles. Do that number, release it from these cleats, makes it a lot easier, less fuss. Oh, and these guide rails did not come on the trailer. A lot of times you'll see Yamaha boats, people don't put guide rails on, just because of the way they are designed. They can pretty much just get right on the boat with ease, or get right on the trailer with ease. But it's a lot easier having those on there, for one, to guide you, but also in windy conditions, if you come in and your nose is just in between this, you know, and the wind is pushing you, these with the pads are going to stop the boat from turning and you having to start all over again. So that's why we really like them. But you'll see a lot of Yamaha boats, a lot of people don't use guide rails. They'll call you a sissy or whatever, and you don't need them, but technically you don't need them, but we like them. Yeah. So then I fold this in like so, and kind of roll it up. I'm going to set you guys down here. This part's a little tricky. That's a wife's job. She does all that. Next is our NOCO. So we have that charging these batteries up. Other than that, we've done no upgrades to this except for a flag mount for when someone's in the water. This Bluetooth speaker to have when we have the boat off, and that's really about it, besides the naked only sticker up there. But yeah. Alright, so that's it. She's pretty much ready to go out. All we got to do is fill up, which is expensive. Other than that, since this is close to being one of our last times out, what I will do is, after we launch the boat, I will inspect the bumps, those bunkers or whatever you call them, and just see if there's any wood showing, or just check to see how the condition that they're in. Yeah, other than that, a couple other upgrades we've done was replace this from stock, because the ones that they have are, that they come with, are just crap. And then again, the arc jack, we had the original jack that it came with, and the wheel busted I think twice while it was just parked out here. So you definitely want to get a heavy duty jack. It makes it a lot better. But yeah, so next up is just packing cooler, getting gas, and then heading out to the lake, and we'll share that with you guys. So have you come along, a little boating day. So we came from Glendo, Wyoming, and actually their lakes are a lot cleaner than they are here in Colorado. And here at Chatfield they're going to make us decon. So we're currently in line, and a lot of times when we decon here, nobody knows how to do it on a jet boat. So if you own, or if you're thinking about getting a Yamaha, make sure when you buy it you have the tech walk you through how to guide these guys on how to decon it, because they're just not used to doing it on jet boats, and quite frankly a lot of them just don't know how to do it. So this process usually depends. Like this guy in front of us just got here, so we're probably going to be here probably an hour. So here we go. Well, it's been about an hour and we're still waiting to get deconned. There looks like he did one side. So the joys of decon. No fun. Well, decontamination is finished. Didn't take as long as the guy in front of us, which is good. But one thing with jet boats is if you can make sure you have all the water out, and when you go to show them that it's dry, you won't have to decon. And for some reason we had water in our ballast still, which is not good. So, but yeah, let's see. All right, we launched, and there she is coming to get me on the dock. It's pretty crazy to see how low this is. Not as low as Glendo, that's for sure. Glendo is way low. I'm coming, I'm coming. Come back, come back.
Probably got to be a lot of bugs.
It's saying hi.
Hi. Well, there's a lot of bugs, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of bugs.
I like bugs.
So currently filling the ballast. We're going to do 100% on the center, and then we're going to do 100% on the surf side and 60% on the non-surf side, and see what we get. Alright, so to do the surf, we have it set on charter speed of 11, acceleration's medium, all the ballasts are full to 100%, and we're going to do port side. And we're going to deploy it. Set, and it'll show that the surf point's being deployed, one lever, and then you can check by going home. You'll see the speed is set to 11 there. And that's it. Basic start and stop. Auxiliary blower, nav lights, bilge horn. These little paddle shifters for forward and reverse. When you have it set to here, and it's set there, and it's dual, single,